All right. The last fight on this card I want to talk about, Shane Burgos versus Edson Barboza at featherweight. This is one of those fights that just can't be boring. These the style that these two fighters bring, the way they like to fight, what they are going to do, it's a guaranteed pleasure, guaranteed viewing pleasure. I'm so excited for it. Edson Barboza moving down to featherweight is so interesting. He's such a deadly, lethal, powerful, entertaining striker. And the only issue is just bigger guys who are amazing wrestlers were able to take him down and pound him at featherweight. You can't really see anyone having that size advantage that, say, Kevin Lee had on him. And there's certainly no Khabib to haunt him. So, in theory, he should be able to really, if he can like maintain the striking he had at lightweight, just run through this division. Off on the wrong foot in his first fight against Dan EJ, I think that was an absolute robbery, and Barboza won that fight. He made no mistakes against Makwan Amirkhani in his next one and looked great. So, in my eyes, he's fighting for a 3-0 record at featherweight. Either way, you start piling the wins, and featherweight's in a weird place right now. We don't really know what's going on with it and how all these pieces fit together. So I think an exciting challenger who's riding a win streak will shoot right up to the top of the division for a title shot. I think Burgos brings the style to showcase the best out of Barboza. You look at Burgos's last performance against Emmett, just immediately comes out with the pressure, really tries to force him forward, but has to be wary of the power and volume. So even though he's in Emmett's face, he's not throwing a ton. And if he does that against Barboza, it seems like he's going to get lit up because the I can stay just out of punching range is the perfect kicking range. So, of course, Burgos knows that. His coaches know that, and he's not going to do the exact same. But the fact that his habit is to walk forward, getting close, and then like stay just where he thinks is out of reach, and the defense is a bit lagging where he gets tagged a lot, um, shows just a lot of potential for Barboza to absolutely get going. Where that style is in Burgos's favor is guys who have had success against Barboza have done so with pressure. You think Felder, you think when EJ did do well against Barboza, it's because he was walking forward with disregard and just throwing heavy. Burgos a little more jab style than like the hooking kind of throwing of EJ. But for sure, if he can just get the rhythm and the volume going and pile it up and interrupt the kicks of Barboza, he could just run over him. But this should be a really exciting, fun matchup. I've got Barboza. I think Burgos's defense is lacking for the kind of pressure he wants to bring, and that's going to serve him in the worst of both ways. He does stay light on that lead leg, so I don't expect that to get tuned up too much. It's more Barboza's body hooks and kicks that I'm really excited to see. So UFC 262, looking forward to it, and I'll be back on Sunday to recap it all.